Thank you for using FABCRETE Concrete Acid Stains. By following a few simple steps, you will easily apply our product with beautiful results. Staining concrete is a straightforward process that anyone can accomplish in just a short time. The key to great results is to follow these steps in order and with attention to detail. Enclosed with our product are a few sheets of information and application steps. Read this material completely before starting. And remember, all concrete surfaces may vary in quality and texture. The following steps are presented as a guideline to applying our product. Under some conditions, these may need to be adjusted for unusual applications. The tools you will need. To do a good job, you will need the following tools: the FABCRETE stain, protective clothing, and a ventilated area if necessary. If you're outdoor, this is not needed, but inside, have some fans, get some fresh air. You will need cleaning equipment, a mop or broom depending on your concrete type of finish, a half pound of baking soda, cleaners and degreasers, as well as cardboard or plastic sheeting to protect walls. You should also have some cotton socks and a plastic pump-up garden sprayer. Let's now begin. Preparing the concrete. All concrete surfaces must be cleaned of all dirt, sealers, grease, paint, or adhesive, or contaminants. This is needed so the acid product will penetrate the concrete. Clean your surface with a citrus-based cleaner, or TSP, trisodium phosphate, or even Dawn dishwashing liquid. The goal is to get all grease and dirt off the surface. Do not use acid-based cleaners. This will interfere with the staining process. If you have stubborn glue or adhesive from old flooring, use a paint thinner or Go-Gone or Gooby-Gone or a similar product. Remember, do not use acid-based cleaners when cleaning the floor, but get all of this material up in order that your stain will penetrate and create the results. In some cases, the floors will need to be slightly sanded to open up the pores of the concrete. It's important. Do not wear shoes on the floor after it has been cleaned, or during or after staining, or during the sealing process. The cotton socks are not as much an issue on outdoor concrete. However, be sure not to impregnate the stain and mess it up with your shoes and the oils from your shoes. When doing an outside job, it is often easier to use gym shoes than socks, but you must have your gym shoes clean of all oil and debris. To do this, clean them with Dawn dishwashing soap, and then if necessary, put some tape on the bottom of them before walking on the surface. If you are indoors, the first step is to ensure you have good ventilation, and that you are dressed in protection, and that you have protected exposed walls, walkways with the plastic sheeting, etc. Step 1. Shake the stain up and put it into the garden sprayer. Begin your application using a fine mist sprayed in a circular motion. This tends to give us the best looking results. Start at one end of the area and you will work your way out of the room or off the patio. Lay down a full coverage without overspraying too much. Make sure to keep good pressure at the spray head. And now let the stain area dry for 24 hours. You will notice that a residue will form over or on top of the concrete. This is normal, and this will vary depending on the lime content of the concrete. Next, after 24 hours, you will test the final look of your stain by putting a little water on a section of the stained concrete. This will simulate the final look after being sealed. Take a look at this. If you like it, continue with the sealing application. If you want it a bit darker, you will again reapply the stain to the area in the circular motion. Do this till you get the level and the texture you desire. Once you have the tone and look you want, you will move on to the sealing procedure. Depending on the type of concrete you have, there are two different applications for sealing it. Let's start with slick concrete. Mix a solution of 1/2 pound of baking soda into 5 gallons of water. Now use a cotton or rayon mop and clean the area thoroughly. This will neutralize the acid stain. Next, clean the area 2 or 3 times with clean water, and now you'll let this dry for 24 hours. If, however, you have a broom-finished concrete, do not use a mop, as fibers will stick to the surface. In this case, use a broom to sweep the baking soda mix onto the surface. Then spray it off, clean it well, and let it dry for 24 hours. Now that the surface is dry, you will pour the sealer into a paint rolling pan and begin applying a light coat to the floor. Again, starting at one end and working yourself out of the room or off the patio. Use a paintbrush for tight areas around baseboards and trim. If you oversaturate the applicator, you'll begin to get bubbles and a non-smooth application. So take your time and apply a very thin coat to your concrete. Now let this dry for at least 24 hours, and in some situations, drying may take longer in high humidity. It should be totally dry before stepping or walking on it, or you will leave marks. This should finish the job and give you a beautifully stained floor that will last for years. Remember to always wear protection and keep your area well ventilated. As you can see, the final results will vary depending on the type of mix in your concrete. However, the end result is a unique and easy to maintain concrete floor. Again, review your application guide and additional information that came with this material. Congratulations, you've just completed your first staining job. As you can see, this product allows you to create many different looks with a little imagination. Share this video with friends and show them how easy it is to create a beautiful floor with FABCRETE.